Standing at attention is usually something I can do in my sleep. Shoulders back, chin up, eyes forward. It's muscle memory. But today, my dress uniform feels too tight. The collar feels like it is choking me. My hands are curled into fists at my sides, and I have to remind myself to breathe. We are standing in rows, a sea of blue uniforms against the gray sky. The rain stopped about an hour ago, but the air is still heavy and wet. It makes the grass look greener than it should. In front of us sits the family. Danny's mum is there. She looks so small in her chair. Seeing her shake with quiet sobs is hard, but looking at the wooden box covered in the American flag is harder. Danny is in there. It doesn't make sense. Just 2 weeks ago we were joking about what we would eat when we got back home. He wanted a double cheeseburger with bacon. He never got that burger. I stare at a tree in the distance to keep my eyes from watering. I am a soldier. I have to be strong. I have to hold the line for Danny. Then, I hear a sound that breaks my concentration. It is the distinct click 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 of claws on the pavement path. I don't move my head, but I shift my eyes. Coming down the row is a handler leading a dog. It's a Belgian Malinois. He has a sleek brown coat and a black mask around his eyes. It's Ranger. My chest tightens. Ranger was Danny's partner. They were a team. In the field, they were one single brain. Where Danny went, Ranger went. When we were sleeping in the dirt, Danny would use his own jacket to make a bed for Ranger. I remember nights where Danny would share his MRE ration with that dog, whispering to him while the rest of us tried to sleep. "You and me, buddy," he would say. "We get home together." Ranger looks anxious today. His ears are twitching, turning like little radar dishes. He is panting a little, scanning the crowd. He knows this isn't a normal walk. He smells the stress on everyone. He is looking for the one person who makes everything okay. He is looking for Danny. The handler, a guy named Miller, looks like he's trying hard to keep it together, too. He walks Ranger up the center aisle, toward the casket. Suddenly, Ranger stops. He lifts his nose into the air. He catches a scent. I watch his body language change. His tail gives a tiny, hopeful wag. He pulls on the leash, dragging Miller forward a few steps. He thinks he found him. He thinks Danny is just hiding, waiting to jump out and play with the tug toy. Ranger gets to the casket. He sniffs the corner. He sniffs the wood. He sniffs the flag. Then, everything stops. The little wag of the tail stops. His ears go flat against his head. He lets out a sound that I will never forget as long as I live. It isn't a bark, it isn't a growl, it is a high, long whine. It sounds like a cry. It sounds like a question that isn't getting an answer. Ranger realizes that Danny is there, but he isn't coming out. Instead of pacing or barking, Ranger does the most heartbreaking thing possible. He sighs a big, heavy exhale that shakes his whole ribcage. Then, he circles once and lays down in the wet grass right next to the casket. He rests his chin on his front paws and pushes his side up against the wood. He is guarding him. "I got your 6, Danny," is what that dog is saying. "I'm not leaving you." I hear a gasp from the family seating area. Danny's mum has buried her face in her hands. The tough sergeant next to me, a man I have never seen show any emotion, sniffs loud and hard. A single tear tracks down his face. I lose the battle with my own eyes. The tears spill over, hot and fast. I don't wipe them away. I can't break formation. I just let them fall. We stand there for the rest of the service. Taps is played on the bugle. The haunting notes drift over the cemetery. The rifle team fires the salute. The loud cracks make Ranger lift his head for a second, alert and ready to fight. But when he sees no threat, he lays his head back down. When it is all over, Miller has to pull gently on the leash. "Come on, Ranger," he whispers loud enough for us to hear. "Time to go, boy." Ranger doesn't want to get up. He looks at the box, then looks at Miller with big, sad brown eyes. He whines again. He wants to stay. He wants to wait for Danny to wake up. Finally, he stands up slowly. He looks like an old man. He takes one last look at the box, gives it one last sniff, and then turns to follow Miller. As they walk away, Ranger keeps glancing back over his shoulder, checking, just in case. They say that dogs are just animals. They say they don't understand death. But watching Ranger walk away, his head low and his tail tucked, I know that's a lie. He knows his best friend is gone. And seeing that dog's heartbreak was the moment mine finally broke, too.